Hello everyone. So today I want to talk about this guy exiled and how gaming changed throughout our lives. Because I found that video very interesting. I subscribed to him on my other channel, and this video came through my recommendations. And I just want to say it's kind of interesting to hear from younger people what game was like, because I grew up with gaming in the early 2000s, and I want to say it's a bit different, but like we kind of go through some of the same things, like when he was a kid and teenager, he didn't really try hard on schoolwork, whereas when I was a kid, I did try hard on my schoolwork, and then I got to play video games during the weekend. Now, one question I have is, where was his mom? Like, why was his parents making sure that I got good grades? Um. Anyways, he got away with sneaking it. Like at night, he would put covers over his DS to play Pokemon. And I just want to say, the this I guess I want to say is this Pokemon game he played was actually my favorite generation of Pokemon. And it's a shame that he gravitated towards other games rather than other Nintendo games, as far as I know. But I could be wrong. um, but anyways, yeah, and then as a teenager, he started to get really addicted to video games, like where he would go to school, come home, play from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m., come back to school tired, and do the same thing all over again. Like, oh my god, if my parents ever found out that if my parents ever found out that I did that, I'd be in big trouble. You know, I mean, like like I'm talking like the games would be taken for like 6 weeks. But anyways, he got into certain games as an older kid, teenager, like Grand Theft Auto 6, Call of Duty, and Grand Theft Auto 5, and I think he might have gotten into Skyrim. I need to watch more of his videos, but or maybe got into Skyrim when he was an adult. I'm not sure. But anyways, then what happened was then when he turned 18 years old, like he thought video games were beneath him. Like I think after high school, he was looking at games as like an addiction, and he looked at these silly self-improvement stuff. I just want to say, the self-improvement community is just dumb because, like, video games are good for the brain and they aren't all addicting. And you can absolutely be both a gamer and be buff. Like, look at Shredded Otaku. Like, he's a perfect example. And my brother's an example too. But anyways, I admit I had trouble in college, like a little bit while I was gaming, but college is hard in high school, to be fair. But anyways, that was only for 6 months that he stopped playing video games. But then afterwards, he just decided to start playing for YouTube content. And I didn't start my journey on making videos until I was 20. I wish I could have started sooner. But we don't know if that would be that could cause problems too. But anyways, and then and then eventually when his money dried up, he just decided to play video games for fun, and it actually got him to a lot of places. He even tried Hollow Knight. And dude, if you're watching, I implore you to try certain Nintendo games. Like, you should try Metroid Dread. That's like Hollow Knight. You should try Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's like Skyrim a little bit. But anyways, another thing that I have to say is that another thing I have to say is that this is the first time I've actually heard positivity about the 8th generation of gaming. I'm sure as I grow up more, there'll be people who will appreciate the 8th generation and say 10th generation is where gaming sucked. I've all been there. But he for once praised some of the games that really made him addicted in the 8th generation. But anyways, when I was a kid, like, we didn't have the internet, and and back then, we recorded stuff on VCR if we wanted to show our gameplay to other people. But anyways, sorry, that just gave me an idea. But anyways, yeah. And it's funny, like, with my game taste, they didn't really change until I was like in my 20s. Like, I've always wanted to try other games, but mostly I was on Nintendo because Nintendo's I grew up with, and also Nintendo games haven't disappointed me. At least some. At least most, but anyways, I feel I should try Grand Theft Auto at some point. I saw Grand Theft Auto 3 on Friday at this place called Phoenix Games, but I didn't get it. But anyways, that's what I have to say. And I remember the game that got me to try other games was like there are a few because you're into Star Wars games for a while. I was also into Lego games. And then I became interested in Splatoon, which is also a Nintendo series. I like it. And yeah, and then in 2023, I got an Xbox Series S because I wanted a third party because on the console that would play third party games, but little do I know Switch 2 is good to have for that as well. So anyways, with that, I'm gonna end the video, but let me all know how your game experience was.